Hello, and welcome back to the GorillaBiker.
Thank you.
Recently, I got to ride up to Williamsburg in Virginia to meet up with some friends, being here now with Percy and Hatter JBK. On the way up there, the ride was pretty good. It's about 160 miles from where I live. Very straight roads for quite a chunk of it. But there were some really nice ones, particularly when I got into Virginia, which I kind of rejoiced about when I got in there, because it was weird, you know. I got off these straight roads in North Carolina into Virginia, and all of a sudden, you know, there was trees by the sides of the roads again, and it was like the sun came out from behind the clouds, which maybe it didn't really, but it felt like it did, so that made me quite happy. Then there was some really nice little towns I got to ride through in Virginia on the way up there.
Look at this. So this is someone called Suffolk. If it was in England, it would be Suffolk. So that's what I'm going to go with. But this is really cool. So this is actually like, there's some history here, you know. This is really cool. I wonder, could I stop and get a coffee somewhere here? I'm sure I could. So I think we have around about 110 miles done so far, which is pretty good going. Bike is absolutely perfect, as you would expect, and it's just been a really nice ride, even though it is cold. I think the maximum temperature so far has been around 48. It's not warm at all. But thankfully this bike does have these handguards and the heated grips, which are still a little bit warm. They cool down pretty quick, but still a little bit warm. Yeah, honestly, no complaints. Bike's been flawless, absolutely flawless. Just rides super nice. So yeah, this is Suffolk, however they pronounce it here. I'm gonna say Suffolk. Pretty cool little downtown area. I'm probably going to walk back down and see can I get a coffee, to be honest. I have loads of time. I didn't set off until a little bit later in the day, just because of the cold. But yeah, making good time. I've only stopped one other time to get some fuel, and otherwise I've just been cruising along. So I'm going to have a little break right now, and yeah, we'll get back on the road.
Newport News and whatnot was quite busy, not really my style of riding, but I did just use, I did turn off highways to get to Williamsburg, but some of those I would still consider highways, you know, 2 lanes through towns and whatever else. They're just kind of not my type of road, but we did get to Williamsburg in the end, and I did go out to York River State Park, which is another video, I'll leave a link. That was quite beautiful, and definitely the roads up around there were fantastic. While in Williamsburg, you know, the guys had suggested that I go there and meet them there to look at Colonial Williamsburg. So that's what we did. We went in around Colonial Williamsburg. I'll chop in some clips as we go.
Well, there's being here now with Percy with his very nice Harley, and Hatter once again. We're in Williamsburg still, and I'm just going to follow the guys. So we've decided to be cheapskates and walk to the historic area. I mean, walking isn't my strong point, but you know, it's nice so far.
Yeah, but Hatter and I have to take 2 steps to your every one. So don't do all the goddamn sprinting. Stop bitching.
Yeah, so I'm just loping.
Goddamn Snoopy.
It is a lot, for me especially, this area is a lot more like normal, because there's old stuff here, if that makes sense.
Right.
It's like, I've been saying in quite a few videos that North Carolina is weird because it's all like modern, thrown up buildings. They're all franchise. It's just, it's weird to me to see that. But yeah, definitely down here, like I said, when I hit Suffolk yesterday, that's when I started feeling a bit more normal.
Yeah, I don't think, you know, most Americans don't understand the difference. I know the first time when I first moved to Europe, that was the thing that just really sucked me in, was the fact that, you know, you're walking around in these areas that are, you know, over 1,000 years old, but the architecture, you have the old stuff
Still there.
And then they have the new right, you know,
Yes.
integrated with it. And it's quite interesting.
That's, you know, Rome would be one of my favorite places for that, because they have a rule there that even McDonald's and stuff have to have old time looking facades.
Yeah.
They can't have their modern bright colours on the outside. They can on the inside, but the outside has to blend in, which is cool.
That's the way it should be.
I agree. We found
Disappointing things with Europe now is like when I lived there in the 80s, Europe was Europe,
yeah.
you know, but now you go there and you have all of these American chains and everything's been very
Westernized, as they call it.
you know,
Yeah, for sure. And even it's the same with, you know, there used to be more of a divide with car design too, which was cool. But now everything's the same. It's all designed in a wind tunnel, apart from your trucks, which definitely are not designed in wind tunnels.
Right.
Oh, this is nice and historic. This sign is correct. Deep water.
So when I go in for a dip.
If you want to come out as some form of superhero, sure.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm not sure who'd actually want to go in there, so I don't think the signs are necessary, really. It's soup. You'd imagine it'd be dried out by now.
Yeah.
The Governor's Palace.
Is that what that is?
Yep. It was the home of 5 royal lieutenant governors, 2 royal governors. Oh, there's Thomas Jefferson's house. There you go.
I didn't know TJ lived here.
And there you go. Oh, Hatter's stripping.
What's that?
Said he's stripping.
Let me get my $1 bill out.
I would live in that house. That's really cool.
I wouldn't want to pay the heating bill.
No, that's when you just suffer and be cold, you know.
Yeah, I know, right? Get blankets.
Wear an extra jumper, you'll be alright.
So, I don't know, man. What do you think?
It's really cool. I like it. Definitely worth a visit. Even just for a walk around. Well, definitely just for a walk around, considering the prices.
Yeah, but if we could have got the bikes in here, man, it'd been really cool just to like cruise around.
And piss everyone off with our brappy exhausts. Oh, Josiah Chowning. Why is Josiah Chowning not still open? It's currently closed. Mr. Chowning invites you to join us for lunch at the King's Arm Tavern. That's sad. Silly Mr. Chowning. What would you say to Mr. Chowning right now if you could, Hatter?
You'd still be open if you didn't charge $50 a hot dog.
$50
Open up, give us a beer. Give us an ale.
It wouldn't go down too badly right now, would it? It's well, I'm super warm. These base layers were a really bad choice. Oh, that's a nice street. It's like I would, if this was still an option to live somewhere like this, I would live in this town.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's really cool. So what would you guys prefer, this or like a modern town to live in?
I don't know. I mean, it's,
I am pretty fond of plumbing and cable internet.
Yeah. If I had
It's actually a good point.
internet, indoor toilet, probably
conditioning.
okay. Probably okay. Yeah, AC. AC's a must.
Yeah, fair. Okay. Well, those 3 things. Which then?
Blue instead of yellow.
Oh, that's really cool. I think we found where most people don't walk to. This is a lot quieter.
Yeah.
Not an entrance, but is it an exit?
But if I walked in that direction, it will be.
I was like those signs, like not an entrance, isn't it?
When I lived in Australia, I kept going into these areas where they had signs that said do not enter or whatever. So I'd take a selfie and then go jumping in. And then I walked into this huge spider that was like this big, you know, on the walkway.
Learned your lesson.
Okay, now I know why.
So Chelsea and I looked at each other.
And that's why you're never allowed back into Australia.
That's on with a giant spider. That would have done the job.
Yeah, absolutely.
Gorilla, time to get yourself.
Home sweet home.
Well, at least they made the doors big. I mean, as a jail, this looks pretty nice. Oh, wait, here we are. I saw it was locked open.
I've been to the Irish jails. Probably feel right at home here, huh?
This smells a lot nicer.
Does it?
It's wood, yeah, it's lovely. Oh, I should not have said that out loud on the internet. This wood smells great.
Well, this one has a coffin.
Imagine that. It's like, okay, you're under arrest, and also here's a coffin. It will be yours. So,
So you're under 5 minutes.
yeah. Otherwise, we're cremating you.
Check out the iron.
And we're in Indiana Jones.
They've got leg irons in here.
That's kind of harsh. So they put you into this small little room and then lock you up too. This would be one of those films now where right now someone closes the door and locks us in here. At least it's wood, so you would actually be able to get out of here eventually.
Yeah. This is where you go when your friends find you riding an Indian. Oops! Did I say that? Shut the door.
It's at this point, Heather, you say, no, it's a Polaris. And you're good.
I'm unsubbing from Percy's channel.
I gotta quit doing that, man. I have so many unsubs.
Yeah. It's like, you know, I once had 100,000 subscribers.
I've been working my way down, 2 at a time.
Every time you meet someone, you're just like, hey,
That guy really is an asshole.
So you have a stupid face, unsubbed. This is where I would have worked back in the day.
So this is where you would have worked back in the day?
Absolutely.
You work a lot with wood,
I used to. I want to get back to it once I actually have space to do so, but
hardwood or softwood?
whichever's easier to handle at the time, you know.
My God. And there's charred wood.
I've never worked with that before, I'll be honest. No. Yeah, if you're charring your wood, there's a problem.
Is there a problem?
Yeah. So, gentlemen, before we leave Colonial Williamsburg, what's your thoughts on Colonial Williamsburg?
It's very colonial.
Is it?
It is, yeah.
Is that a good or bad thing?
I think it's a good thing for today.
Good, good.
Just shame you can't lock kids in the stocks anymore.
It's a concerning observation. Hatter does have kids and he has brought them here before, so...
And it worked.
sorry, had kids. Would you advise coming here for a visit?
Well, I advise you to come here for a visit to meet us, so what do you think?
That's actually a fair point, yeah. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, good suggestion. Nice roads around here too. Yeah, I would definitely come back here too. It's very pretty.
Yeah.
I don't mind it here. Why am I being
Well, you rode what, 300 plus miles to get here?
something like that? Yeah.
So it's clearly worthwhile then.
I also see you too. I've seen Williamsburg before.
You don't need to lie. No one's going to come that far to see either of us. I mean,
Him, I've seen you before too.
yeah. Well,
You still came.
I mean, from my perspective, I'll try to get us all out here. I think it was definitely worth visiting. It's very pretty. Definitely don't wear base layers. My arms are wet. You know, if it's like sub 45, maybe wear them. Not when it's 60 plus. I don't think that was a good idea.
Yeah.
He just feels like he's wet himself because he has his heated pants on, turned on all day. What'd you say, 190 degrees?
Yeah, those things go to 190 degrees.
And he's been cooking all day. He just won't turn them off. It's likes that. Yeah, we won't get into it.
You have to use a lot of monkey butt powder.
What do you think of that monkey boat rides? Well, yeah, no, I would definitely visit here again. I'll probably bring Toaster back. So thank you for the suggestion.
Absolutely.
Thanks for coming over here to meet us. And it's a pity to make it.
Volts will be here sometime.
Volts. We have to call them Volts. And
Sometime. Or you guys, you and wife come up to DC. We'll show you around.
yeah, we will. We will definitely. Thank you very much. And we'll come to West Virginia at some point in the future too. You know,
Liar.
when you're not there anymore,
That's whenever he does it.
or we'll go and not tell you.
And post about it on the social media.
Yeah. We're not aiming that at anyone. All right. Well, if you watched this far, thank you very much for watching. As always, special thank you to my patrons, of which Hatter is one. And yeah, until next time, thank you again. Adios. And now, outro crew. You're safe this time. Question for the outro crew.
Oh boy. What?
Do you have to pick it?
Oh, I have to pick it.
Yeah, you have to make up a question and ask the outro crew.
Oh crap! Put me on the spot with this.
That's
thing.
it.
Wow.
I got him the last 2 times.
Put down in the comments below how tall do you think GorillaBiker is?
Ooh. If they're common watchers, they'll know that. So that's an interesting one. And how tall is Hatter?
6 foot even.
You weren't. Never mind.
You're asking me.
Bye, outro crew.
Edit.